Hello everyone, my name's David Edgar, I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you today after Rangers finished this awful season with a 2-2 draw in Edinburgh against Hibs. And if you wanted a perfect illustration of why this season has been how it is, then it happened today. It had the greatest hits. It had a scandalous piece of refereeing that cost Rangers. It had Rangers making but failing to take a number of glorious chances. And it had Rangers not having much to do at the back and not managing to do it successfully and ending up conceding 2 goals. We got off to the perfect start. Hibs keeper made a mistake, chipped the ball straight out to Nico Raskin. First time ball straight through to Cyril Dessers. He takes it, turns, spins and lashes it home. Lovely finish from Dessers. And that's 11 assists for Nico Raskin this season. He's added that and something else we'll come to later in the show to his game. And again, Dessers, great finish. And he's been in a rich vein of form over the last few weeks. Rangers should have been 2-0 up. Václav Černý was put clean through, and he's usually so good in those circumstances, but he's looked very, very jaded the last few weeks and instead shot straight at the goalkeeper. And then came the moment of controversy, as I think it will be described in the papers the next few days. Nico Raskin forces the ball home from close in, despite the attentions on the line of Rocky Bushiri, and waiting for them to signal for it. They don't signal for the goal. Hibs then break forward and score. Ball in from our right-hand side is slotted home and it's 1-1. So, like everybody, I awaited the referee to overrule it and award the goal to Rangers, and they didn't. Apparently, there wasn't a good enough angle to see if the ball had crossed the line, so VAR couldn't intervene. A few things here. One, if there isn't a good enough angle, why not? 2, why don't we have goal line technology? We're supposed to be a major European league. This is Mickey Mouse stuff. Why don't we have that? And 3, it was over the line and you could see it quite clearly. There's an angle where the linesman is looking right at it. He has to get that right and he doesn't. Now, I've always just said the referees are bad. Nick Walsh, who was on today, is a terrible referee. You saw that the other night with the penalty awarded against Dundee, that he's a bad referee. But if it is just bad refereeing, where are all the ones that should have gone for us? Where are the terrible decisions that have gone in Rangers' favour this season? I can't think of any. I might be wrong, you can tell me, but I genuinely can't think of any. It's because they are conditioned that they will not give contentious things in Rangers' favour. It's a bias. Now, whether or not it's an unintentional bias or not, I don't know. But they know that if they give a decision for Rangers that's in any way controversial, then they're going to cop it. It'll happen for a few days in the press. And Rangers have got to speak out about this. Celtic have done so for years, and look where it's got them. Nothing contentious gets given against them. And when it does, on the very rare occasion, i.e. that Hibs game a few weeks ago, they go nuts and get an official sacked. Rangers have been pussyfooting around this for years. And you know what happens to pussies. I don't want to say it, but it rhymes with trucked. Anyway, the game then moved on, and Rangers were quite good, but didn't take enough chances, and this has been key for us. Into the second half, Rangers take the lead. Almost perfect, actually, as RTV went off just as Rangers scored and then came back on just as Hibs scored. So it was conspiring against us. But the goal when it came was a very good one. It's similar actually to the goal Nico Raskin scored at Parkhead. A cross from Tav, a corner from Tav. He beats his man at the front post and gets in and guides it into the far corner. Lovely bit of work. And Nico's added goals to his game as well as assists. He's become a much more complete midfielder this season and deserves a lot of credit for that. But Rangers couldn't hold on to the lead, and this goal you've seen a million times. Now, it's particularly annoying because Cadden has a terrific delivery. Everyone knows this, or you should know this about him. What you have to do is not give him time and the space to cross the ball. Rangers do that. Vermeer does that. Tav's never been a great defender, but now he just doesn't have the legs to even get close to these guys. It's a ball into the box. Butland gets caught in no man land, and Proper, who might as well be on the Olympic standing there watching team, allows Boyle to peel off him and head home. I sincerely hope Proper's one of the ones who's on his bike in the summer. After that, Rangers could and probably should have won the game. Dessers has a couple of chances. Danilo's had a couple of chances. But this has been our problem all season. We can't keep Waynes out of close at one end, and we can't convert the chances we have at the other. So this has been an awful season, and to be honest, looking forward, I want us to only ever refer to this season again as a cautionary tale. When you make bad decisions in the boardroom, when you make bad decisions in the managerial chair, when you make bad decisions in recruitment, when you don't hold yourself up and say, no, we won't be treated this way by officials, this is what you get, 24-25. So hopefully moving forward, our new owners will grow a set, and hopefully they will make sure that doesn't happen. They'll recruit a manager who can get the team playing well, and they'll recruit better players. We need this takeover. We need the shot of adrenaline that will come with it, and hopefully it will lead to better days. And that will do me for this season. I just want to thank all of you. Numbers have gone up this year, so thank you very much in what's been a painful season, for watching these every week. It's a pleasure to do it, and I'm grateful to be able to do it. It's not something I take for granted that you choose to spend this time watching this every week. I know you've got a lot of options out there, so from the bottom of that, I thank you very, very much. If you want more coverage of all the big events that will be happening at Ibrox this summer, then go to patreon.com/Heart and Hand. And on these videos, I'll be back next season. Until then, have a great summer. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.